How's it going, guys? Today we're going to work on an algorithm called the pyramid, and we have an example right here. So if we put 8 in our pyramid function, we're going to get 8 rows, and they all stare off into a pyramid, whatever number we put in. So if we put whatever 4, you get the point. So let's pull this back off to the side now. And I already have started the function, but let me get rid of it so we can talk about it from the beginning. Also, I started a function here. Let me uncomment this, and I'm going to save it so we can take a look at this, what's going on. So we can get the concept of the idea. We have row and then these columns, row and then columns. So that's our nested for loop, basically, and that's how we get that going. So here's the first for loop right here, row. That's why we console.log the row with the variable. And then here's our second for loop nested within the loop that spits out the C for column. So down here now, let me comment that back out. Okay, let's build our pyramid function. So it's an HTML, just got a script tag within the body. We're doing it right in. I got live server, Visual Studio Code, of course, HTML page. Let's build out this function here. Don't worry about this other code, just basic HTML boilerplate with the script. So I'm just going to start with the function and call it pyramid. And it takes in an argument of a number. So just put n right now for the placeholder. And within our curly brackets, let's start. So what we're going to need to do is, let's do our first for loop. So for let row equals 0, as long as row is less than, where is it? Yeah, as long as row is less than n row plus plus. Let's not forget that comma. Okay, then within our for loop, let's get an initiator. So let's call it levels. Let level equals and empty string, and we're gonna keep like adding to that string as we go, and then log it out at the end to get our end result. So within here, what we got is let's build our second for loop. So let C equals 0. As long as C is less than, what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab eventually we're gonna grab the middle point, but first let's just do some basic math. It's just 2 times n minus 1. So as long as C is less than that times row, 2 times 1, we're going to, it'll make sense in a bit. It'll C++. So yeah, that's our second for loop. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on here. We initiate C. As long as C is less than 2 times n minus 1. So 2 times n is what? 2 times this number that we're pushing in. 2 times it, say like we put in a 4 right here, is going to be 8 which minus 1 is 7, and then what we're going to do is grab the midpoint. So to grab that middle point, let's just above the for loop and still within our first for loop, let's make a variable let middle equals capital M for math dot floor, and within our math dot floor, let's do some more brackets because we're going to do this math where it's like 2 times n minus 1, and then we're going to just after that divide it by 2, and it gives us an even number. The math.floor is going to level it down to the nearest, like the nearest number. So if it's 4.45, then it'll be 4. Basically, it narrows it down. So okay, we grab our middle point, and then so within our for loop now, our second for loop, our nested one, let's make an if statement. So if middle minus row, the current row that we're in, is less than or equal to C, and middle plus row is greater than or equal to C. What we're going to do then, if this case is happening, so if both of these conditions are correct, what we want to do is with our level, that's how we're going to push in our hashtag. So level plus equals, because we're adding to it what already is there, so let's put that pound sign, and we're going to close it off with the brackets, semicolon I mean, and then else we just want to copy this. So else what we're going to do is just push in an empty string and give that a space there. Save it. And let's see, we already got this for. Yeah, so we got else. So then you see our for loop, our first one, we want to be still inside of it, but not inside this one. So we console that log. Level. Save that. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Because we